Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Daily High on this wonderful Friday evening with your host, Matt McGregor and Tone Vase. Good morning, Tone. How are you, mate?
Morning, early Friday morning here in Rotan. Man, can't believe I made every show this morning. Um, Hope your show with Socrates went well. Sorry, I was out all day. I did scuba diving for the first time. Wow, what an experience. Like I've never been underwater with a tank before. So people kept asking me afterwards, "Oh man, what kind of awesome fish did you see?" And my answer was, I didn't see any. I was too focused on not dying. But I'm gonna go again on Saturday where I'm actually gonna pay attention to some fish.
Oh, you've never been diving before, man. I was a rescue diver, which is like a relatively high grading back in the day, deep sea diving. But after I was a boxer as well. I don't know if you could see this, but I completely deviated septum,
Oh,
smashed it. I can't equalize underwater anymore. So my diving career is done. But
oh, that sucks.
Yeah, no, it's all right. I did I did my share. I did too. This is my third show for the day. As you mentioned, I did a fantastic show with Socrates, and it was brilliant to see him back on YouTube. He was excellent, and a really great call he made on the 1 hour time frame. We'll have a look at that today. And I did a show with Baloo as well. So it feels like a warm blanket to be back here with you, Tone. So without any further ado, do you want to go into it or do you want me to go into it? I've done it twice already today. What do you reckon? I'm happy to do it again.
Sure. Let me go first if you don't
All
haven't
right.
looked at the charts since our show yesterday. Let's see where we are here. I'm curious if Bangbox entered the trade. Oops. Let's put that
Close.
back. That's the halving day. Here, let's go to the monthly chart because the month has flipped over and the candle has adjusted. So it took about a day. The candle adjusted. This is a very beautiful, clean candle. We're consolidating. The more consolidated this candle looks, the more bullish I am going into next month. Let me pull up the MRI's details here. And I would love to see a green star candle next month. And the lower the green star the earlier the green star candle shows up, or the lower in price the green star candle shows up, the better. In order for the green candle to show up, next month's candle needs to break the current candle's high. So the lower the high is this candle, the easier it is to be confident in going long at the lowest possible price. So again, in a perfect world where you're not trying to buy a condo like tomorrow, the new car, you want this candle to literally look exactly like it does now in 30 days. That would be the most optimal scenario with, I mean, maybe a smidge higher, but basically, you want to see a monthly close below $68,000. You want to stay inside this channel. And the top of this channel going down is 67,500. And then early in next month's candle, you want the break of that channel. And that sets us up for the final quarter of the year being a massive move, into the 1.618 Fibonacci. So the monthly chart is looking really good, but it's the first day of the month, so it's hard to say much. I am going to do a show with Mark Wood on Sunday. Sunday is actually the first day I think we can do it. I got to double check with Mark. I kind of put it up, or our team put it up on YouTube a little prematurely, so we deleted that, and like we're going to do a show. I believe this Sunday. I got to double check with Mark. And I will watch the Socrates stream hopefully later today. Now, the weekly chart. The weekly chart didn't do what I just described. The weekly chart had a massive first candle, creating an uncomfortable scenario to go long on the green star candle because now you're breaking the prior swing high after a massive move. And it's not just after a massive move, it's after a massive move that was pre-run by a massive move. So this is why going long on this green star candle is makes you way more uncomfortable then going long on a candle that comes off like, well, like this. Green star coming off a consolidated candle. That's better. Or like this, green star coming off a reversal candle.
Bless you.
Thank you. So and that's where we are on a weekly chart. The weekly chart still looks like it has a little bit more of a pullback, but when I woke up this morning and I saw the massive pullback, let's go straight to the daily chart. When I woke up this morning, this candle was actually green. Today's candle was green. We have pulled back. Clearly, the 10 a.m. reversal is in play. We'll take a look at it on a 5-minute scale. Sorry, we brought you guys a video a little late. Uh, Playing cards till 3:30 in the morning last night didn't really help, and it's only 8:20 right now, after an unreasonably long day to begin with. So I don't like this daily candle, but I think it's just a 10 a.m. reversal doing this. I really like yesterday's candle's wick creating a reversal candle, and I like today's wick already as well. If this candle closes green, I am very bullish through the weekend and into Monday. I really think this week was just a rough week between the Fed meeting and between GBTC doing the unexpected, and maybe some people are finally selling their Mt. Gox coins, and the Ethereum ETF is a total shit show. So there's just a lot of stuff that's happening this week that are completely irrelevant in the long picture. But in the short picture, I believe it's causing some people to panic a little bit. We can also dive into the conspiracy theories of how the big players and the Wall Street guys trying to hold the price of Bitcoin down so they can accumulate a bunch going into next year. Matt, you look like you want to say something.
No, I'm just enjoying this a lot, mate.
Okay.
Sorry.
Uh, Here's my allocation chart. Thank God I was like underwater half the day, so I wasn't even paying attention to the price of Bitcoin. So I avoided any type of panic selling. And now we're back to above the long-term moving average. And I'm not concerned yet, but I am concerned to be potentially concerned because I don't want this candle to close any lower than we are now. We need to stay above $65,000 at the close today and over the weekend. And then Monday, Tuesday, I would expect us to rally higher and all the moving averages would be absolutely in line. So if today's candle ends up closing at the bottom of where it was overnight, if this 4-day candle closes over the weekend below 63,000, I will have no choice but to pull the allocation again on Monday or Tuesday, and I'm really hoping to avoid that. Absolutely hoping to avoid that. So this is, I want to say this is the make or break candle, but it's really next candle that's going to cause me to either be super comfortable long or pull the position on going short. I will add the following. If the current candle ends up closing above 66,000 and the next candle is breaking 68,000, I'm probably not going to do it, but this could be one of the rarest of exceptions where I can turn this into 150 or a 200% long. This is one of those situations that would absolutely warrant a small leverage position, even in a safe account or like a retirement account. That's how confident I would be that the breakout is coming between the overall environment, we're so past the halving. Basically, I believe that we are about to start going up in Q4. And if I can set up for a slight leverage trade off of it, I might do it. Now, how would I set up for a slight leverage trade? Well, I have options. Well, literally, there is the options market, and there is also the futures market. So I could allocate, let's say, the Bitcoin futures market is 5x leveraged. So obviously, I don't want to sell my entire ETF position and go 100% long in the futures market because now I would be at 500% or 600%. Sorry, my math is off. My math is going to be off this morning. Okay. So I would, let's say, sell 20% of my portfolio and put that 20% into the ETF future, creating a 5x leverage on 20% of my account, thus making my entire account 2x leverage. Okay. Or take 10% of my account, put it in a 5x, and that creates 150% long in my retirement account. Now, your retirement account has to be approved for leverage trading, which mine is, but I haven't checked if I can actually trade Bitcoin futures because it is a retirement account. But I believe that I will be able to. It shouldn't be an issue. Okay, so that's just an example of what I might do in order to make up the ground on losing money to the buy and holder throughout this insane volatility. I'm gonna leave it here because I've got a little long, and let me just glance at the 10 a.m. reversal, just for the hell of it. We reversed at 9:45, so closer to 9:50. It's within my window, as Matt knows what my window is, and we reversed right within my window. So the short was coming in on the 9:50 candle. This short has already played its course, and hopefully we do close this candle above 65, and we're good to go from there. Okay, Matt, go ahead. I'm done.
Thanks, mate. That was great. And there was two things that I took and wrote notes down here. Tone was lucky to be underwater, and he didn't realize he was underwater in the trade. So that was a really funny thing that you slipped the tongue you said there. And the other thing was make or break. I mentioned it, the sock and I were talking about it today on the show that actually it could have been we had a really great chat after the show. I can't remember, right? So I don't know if it was on air or not, but we were just talking about how every day, every hour, every week right now just feels important and crucial and make or break. Like we keep coming to spots in the market where we have to hold this hour. And it happened today, unbelievably, while we were filming the show with Socrates. So I'll go into what we did now. I don't have the EMA SAR that Socrates indicated, but I can show you exactly where it was. It was unbelievable. So let's have a look at that right now. Before I go, please like and subscribe. Please share it with your friends. Join the Discord group. Join the Bane Box. Totally free bots. Absolutely terrific. We have a great. Oh, sorry. Come back to Zoom here. I clicked the wrong button. Screen share. There he is. I just updated it, so it's a bit different now on my end. We have a fantastic promotion here with Blowfin right now. 15% cashback deposit on your deposit. Put it into your futures account. Leave it there for a few weeks, and then on August the 12th, you'll get that 15% into your bank account. Highly recommend you do that. We're starting beta testing on Blowfin next week, so Bangbox will be released on Blowfin as soon as next week. So it's absolutely fantastic. All right, I'll the weekly. I'll start at the top, but I'll work my way back down, and I'll show you what I was looking at with SOC today. It was really great. I'll blow through this quick. The weekly. I'm not concerned about the weekly. I think it's fine. There's no divergence here on the weekly on the RSI. There's nothing like that. I I think this is fine. I just feel like we need to break this descending line here. That's all we need to do, right? It's as Tone said. I think that's all above that line is away. It's gone to the next leg higher. Really, we just need that, right? And it hasn't happened right yet. It makes total sense that we were rejected off 70. It's a fantastic round number, and I don't know whether it's this week or next. I'm not worried about that on the weekly time frame. It looks fine. The daily time frame, I really liked yesterday's recovery. That's fine, no problem at all. Today is nothing much day. It's nothing to stress about. I'm just turning on my tools here. nothing that concerns me too much here on the daily either. So I really, really, really want to show you what we were looking at on the hourly time frame today. Salk and I. Okay, so this is where the price was when we did our show today. Believe it or not, it was here. The price had dropped down to 63.9, there 63,700, call it, which was exactly in line with here. And Salk and I were saying this needs to hold, right? This is an inverse head and shoulders, right? It looks really good inverse head and shoulders here on the hourly time frame. If I go like this, you can see it, an inverse head and shoulders, absolutely beautiful. But we were both convinced that this is a really crucial point. And I was saying this is a buy, this is a buy. And on his um, MSR, it was at one of the buoys. If you know what the MSR is, go watch the video. It was fantastic. But this happened in real time when we were watching it. And I was saying that's a buy for me because it's a very clear stop loss down here. We start to get below here, and I'm not happy at all about the price. But right here, we could see a fantastic recovery. And it had happened just in the hours that preceded it. But I just see this as an inverse head and shoulders here on the hourly time frame. And it was awesome that we got that in real time to view that. So it is playing out as it stands. So all good so far. Because on the 4 hour time frame, we had that fantastic re-entry into the green wave, which I was talking about on last night's show. That last night's show we had the green diamond here. I said that's a good trade, but we're stuck at this 7 simple moving average here. If we come back down and get below the entry, absolutely, I'm seeing a buy back inside the. That's textbook old school alpha numerics. We get back a buys inside the green wave, and so quickly after the wave has turned green to re-enter the green wave, get that buy, money for jam, money for jam. Absolutely, you buy right there. But what I was saying to Sock today in the show, I don't want to see us come back into this wave. Not now. That's not positive at all. I want this to hold. I really, really seriously need 60, 62 and a half, 62,000, 63,000 to hold. If we start to come back in here and the stock market is having a hard time, Tesla's having a hard time, the Nasdaq's having a hard time, if all these things start to look poor and we come back in this wave, we're looking for lower lows at that point. But as it stands right now, we're looking really good, locked and loaded, no issue whatsoever. And so we're just mindful of both. There's parallel options running at all times, and we just play the cards we're dealt. We don't know what's going to come up. I'll just quickly review Bangbox. We pulled out 2.3% today. Some people, we have batches, right? Because we have 170 users right now. So if the batches come through in the orders, some people got worse exits at near break even. Other people got, a bit better. But I got 2.3 out of the trade that we entered right here. It was looking really, really good. It closed the trade right here, and then the price just disintegrated. We've reset the trade, and we're eligible for another trade at any time now if this starts to rally and we meet the conditions. I don't mind 2.3 on the day, considering that the price deteriorated after that. At worst, you got to break even on Bangbox today. Not bad. We'll see what happens, but we're eligible. We're reset to go again. Tone, I'm coming back to you right now. I guess the overview of my thesis of today and the week is it's not dark yet. It's still everything is where it needs to be, but we're cautious of the downside targets. And what you said was perfect, mate. Like you want to stay in that trade. You don't want to have to flip again. And if it goes to the upside, we're extraordinarily bullish. It is sort of that liminal space in between two trades at the moment. But that's what I see. What do you see on the financial traditional markets as we close the week out, mate? I think you're muted, brother.
My bad. Looks like the oil market is dropping hard. Very curious if the Biden administration has been uh, purchasing or selling oil. Let's actually take a look because I am super, super curious, just based on um, how low the price of oil has been in the last few weeks. So let's just grab the
They'll
last.
be selling.
Let me grab. Oh, I'm sorry. That's the price of oil. That's not the number of barrels. That's weird. Huh. Um, okay. This is the one I need to be at. That was the price of oil. Here's the barrels of oil. Let's take a look. Let's grab the last two. I'm really, really curious. So we're doing this live on air. Okay, that's correct. That's the right numbers. And now we're gonna check. Wow, they're still buying oil and the oil price is still crashing. That is very, very peculiar and surprising, but
Hmm.
it is what it is. Very, very curious. Was curious. Now, gold is a new
Bang.
all-time high, which is awesome. My
Awesome.
target is 3,000, and I think it's possible that we get it later this year or next year. My target remains. Oh boy, what the hell happened this morning? Wow. I really thought the markets were uh, recovering. Looking at this, uh, Bitcoin's doing pretty good.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is very, very surprising to me that the market is
Well,
crashing. This actually guarantees the lowering of the interest rate coming up in September. I don't know what's happening here today. I will need to look into that, and I'll have more answers on Monday. But this is uh, I would have been long in the stock market, and I would have gotten nailed on this. Well, I might have exited yesterday, but yesterday's candle wasn't closing that bad. This gap this morning, what a disaster. Their economic news? Um, oh wow, oh wow. Look at the unemployment rate skyrocket higher. This is exactly what I've been saying on Twitter Spaces, that unemployment rate, they will raise the unemployment rate higher. They will uh, get the uh, CPI lower to guarantee that the Fed lowers the rate going into the election. Uh, wow, this is it. This is the unemployment rate and the payroll. They expected 170,000 new jobs, and they got 114,000. These are disastrous economic numbers, which will guarantee that the Fed will lower the rate. So there you go. There's your reasoning for the big crash this morning. I think the markets will still recover, but whoa, that's crazy.
that's why gold's pumping too, to be honest. And it's a shame that Bitcoin's not correlated with gold. It actually, in fact, is more correlated with the S&P 500, I think, than gold. Like Bitcoin's supposed to be a store of value, but it's just a risk on asset like anything other risk on asset, and I don't,
Yep.
you know what I
Hey
mean?
guys, don't forget we have the in-person financial summit, and where you get to meet incredible financially focused people, trading contests and everything. That's happening in the Maldives in March. But those that are into Bitcoin, come join us in Las Vegas in 6 weeks, in the middle of September. We will be just 6 weeks away. We will be in Las Vegas for Unconfiscatable. Check out the agenda. It's only a $300 event. There's dinner options and VIP options available, and a hangout party in my suite the following day as well for just $100. All right. Thank you all for watching, guys. And Matt, close us out.
Yeah, well put, mate. And I'm really excited. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody. Tune out of Bitcoin, take a nice time with your family, and we'll see you the same time Monday morning.
Bye, guys.